My name is Chef Yves Dechaine, and today we are in the Sobeys Brookside Community Room with the one, the only, the big bad Logan Green.
That's me, baby. Chef, thank you so much for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. Let's have some fun.
Right on. It's great to have you on. So today you're going to show us how to make your famous smash burger.
I'm going to be cooking you up a beautiful smash burger today, Chef. We got Burger Week starting up here in Fredericton. We're going to have some fun, drop an elbow on that beat, make a beautiful smash burger. Are you ready?
I'm ready. So, the big bad, are you putting your burger in the competition?
Oh, not this year. You know what? I'm going to perfect it, make it my own, and maybe next year we'll throw our name in the hat. How about that?
Perfect, perfect. So, before we get started with that, let's talk a little bit about the CCW. Let's talk a bit about Logan Green. And so, what got you started?
Okay, for 10 years, I've been in the professional wrestling industry as a referee. And now, about a year ago, a little over a year ago, I transformed from a referee to professional wrestler. I could finally be me. I could finally do what I want to do. Capital City Wrestling. We run shows every month here in Fredericton at the Exhibition Center. We have a great time. My father used to wrestle. 2008 was my first show when I went to the LBR in St. John and watched my dad, Mass Destruction Robert Rogue, tear up little guys and break them apart. And you know what I thought? I could do that too, Chef. So here I am, and here we are.
Right on. So how long has the CCW been running?
CCW has been going since 2020. COVID put a little stop to a few things for a while. We announced our first show in 2020. Obviously, the wave of COVID hit. Things didn't quite happen, and then the very next year, 2021, CCW started up, and we're ready to go.
Right on. So you said at the Exhibition Center.
At the Exhibition Center. Next show is going to be March 22nd. Doors open at 6:30. 7 p.m. the show starts, and we get it going.
Right on. You'll be wrestling there, will you?
This month, I'm actually on vacation. I'm going away to Cabo. It's going to be a great time. But April, you can see me right back in action here in Fredericton.
Right on. A lot of training go into this, Logan?
Absolutely, absolutely. Twice a week, we train at the River Valley Athletics Club, which is located in Majorville. We do 2 sessions there a week, and combined with the gym and everything else, it takes up certainly a lot of time.
I figured with you don't have to work it all that much, do you?
Oh, come on, look at me. I'm a natural beauty. Look at me. Come on, Chef. I look great.
So rumor has it that you're nursing an injury. Are you back? Are you going to be ready in April to come back?
Am I ever nursing an injury? All right, so it was last July. I was wrestling in Riverview against this little luchador. His name's Fantana, they call him. So as I got up on the ropes to celebrate, I slipped, came back down, and broke my tibia. Ooh. So I had emergency surgery the very next day, and I've been recovering from that. And actually, I had a second surgery 3 months ago. But I've been working, and here we are. I'm ready.
So how much time do you spend in the gym working out and getting ready for this?
Oh, jeez, look at me. Come on, I'm jacked. You think this just comes naturally? This happens a lot of work, no play. Every day at 5:30 in the morning, I'm up at the gym, naturally fit, work out there. And yeah, it's not easy being the big bad LG, Chef.
Can anyone become a wrestler, LG?
Well, you know, anybody can become a wrestler because I have. But you know, if you can handle the grind, if you can handle the training, if you're ready to commit yourself, not halfway. This is a full-time commitment to do something like this. So if you can give it your all and you can handle the abuse on your body, yeah, sure. Anybody can be a wrestler if they want to be.
Right on. So how do you get involved in the CCW?
Well, there's a lot of ways to go about that. So first of all, you can email our CCW Facebook page, and you can always reach out for training. We've had multiple people reach out that way to come in for training. So there's a lot of ways to do it. There's a bit of a process as well. So we have a lot of guys, usually our trainees, they will help on ring crew, help us set up the shows, staging, lights, all that stuff. Work security for a while, just get the ins and outs of the business, learn how to do everything. And yeah, eventually we put you in the ring and you can work your way up. It takes a little bit of time, maybe, you know, sometimes people train for 6 months to a year before they can wrestle. So that's how it is. It's a big commitment, a lot of time. So if anybody's interested, contact CCW Facebook page and we'll get a good look at you.
How many shows do you guys usually typically run in the year?
Geez. Last year, I think we ran upwards to 40 shows with both companies. So it's very, very busy. Wintertime, we tend to slow down here a little bit, usually just 1 show a month for now. But once we hit April, we've got 2 shows booked. We have one in April in Minto, actually the night before our April show here in Fredericton.
Okay.
So it's Mayhem in Minto, they call it. It's going to be fantastic.
Right
on. Once the summer months pick up, we're going to be booking a lot more shows, a lot more cities, Doketown, Woodstock. We even go to Campbellton, Atholville, all kinds of places like that. So, yeah, we keep busy.
So are there other wrestling federations inside of New Brunswick?
Oh, yes. So how it goes is basically territory-based.
Okay.
So you have a lot of one company will own one city, essentially. So
Gotcha.
I also wrestle for other promotions. There's another company called IHW Wrestling, which is predominantly in Riverview and Moncton, New Brunswick. So I work shows for them as well. March 14th, actually, in Riverview. I'll be there. I'll be live. And not wrestling yet, but I'll be there live and in living color. So also another one is Real Savage Pro Wrestling, which predominantly runs the French area. French territories, Tracadie, Port La France, places like that. So everybody's got their own little slice in their own little territory, essentially, if that makes sense.
Absolutely. And those slices and those wedges, are there rivalries inside of
Oh,
those?
absolutely. Just like any other forms of entertainment you'll find anywhere in the world, there's competition, there's people, I want his spot, I want to take his spot. It's all part of entertainment. It's all part of the business. But for the most part, we all tend to work together, have fun. We're all in this together. We're all just having fun. We just want to make the fans happy and put on good shows. So if we can all work together and help the community, that's great.
A little bit about yourself. You said that your dad got you started.
Yes.
Have you been a wrestler your whole life?
Well, since I was a little kid, me and my older brother, we used to, put the two couches together and we'd put on our own little wrestling matches in the living room and stuff like that. And actually, quite embarrassing story, I might tell you here. I was looking through home videos with my mother, old VHS tapes.
Yeah,
you remember those? It
I
was
do,
a long time
I do,
ago.
yeah.
We're looking through the VHS tapes and we found me at 3 years old dressed up as Shawn Michaels.
Well, there you go.
But I couldn't say the X. He calls himself a sexy boy, right? So I used to say, sassy boy, sassy boy, sassy boy. And it's just, wrestling has been in my blood since as long as I can remember. So honestly, right now I'm living out a dream and a passion, and it's a lot of fun. I love it.
So I know who Shawn Michaels is, but for our audience, let's explain who Shawn Michaels is. I mean, he was a good guy. He was a bad guy.
Oh, yes.
I mean, how did your persona right now? You've definitely got that. You've got that flair.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Well, Shawn Michaels is a former wrestler, and back in the day, we called it the WWF. But now, WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment. Shawn Michaels was a pretty boy, bad guy wrestler from the 90s, and I don't know, everything he did, I'd like to model myself after him. He was my favorite. He's charismatic. He's in great shape. He's a great wrestler, and he just knows how to captivate you and pull you in right to the screen. And when he's on screen, you can't look away. And I try to model that every day.
And I mean, he was buddies with Bret the Hitman, so
Woo!
you can't go wrong with
my
that at all.
My second favorite, Bret the Hitman. I love you, Bret. You're my favorite.
Right on. So let's talk about this training. You said there's a lot. So what kind of character do you need to be a successful wrestler?
Well, that can be... That's a really broad, deep question here. So the great thing about wrestling is you can be someone else that you're not normally, you can be somebody else for a short amount of time. You get to tap into a side of yourself that you had no idea even existed. So a lot of things go into it. The best thing I would say is when people are training and you get to know their personality, you see how they operate, see how they work, that's how you judge and base a character off that person. So you accentuate their strengths, hide their weaknesses. So, sitting here talking with me and you, I'd bake you like a Bam Bam Bigelow. Remember Bam Bam Bigelow?
I do.
Flames on his head, big flames on his tight seat. You just got to find out what each person has, and your character will be based on that. You go from there.
Basically, it's just building up what you already have inside of you.
Exactly. Like my friend The Rock says all the time, you take your natural personality and you turn the volume all the way up to 100. And that's what makes it feel natural, and that's what makes a successful wrestling character in my eyes.
Right on. And we're talking about good guys, bad guys. Is there such thing as good guys and bad guys in wrestling?
There's good decisions and bad decisions. That's what I think. We all, it all plays into life. We all make certain decisions that we may regret, and we all make decisions that may deem us bad or that may deem us good. But to me, it's just human life. The decisions we make every day, the choices we make dictate who we are.
Right on. So, rivalries. I mean, those get pretty heavy and heated. Mm-hmm. Who do we have a hate on for now?
Oh, that little guy Fantana I was telling you about before. Fantana, I was supposed to wrestle him in July. We never got to happen when I broke my leg. So you know what? I'm not finished with him quite yet. And as soon as I'm ready, Fantana, I'm coming for you, buddy.
Is he avoiding you?
Oh, he's avoiding me. Like the plague. He's avoiding me. Every time I see him, he runs away, he scurries away, he's gone.
So we've heard a lot about wrestling. So when we get back from the break, Big Bad, you're going to show me how to make your spash burger.
Oh, yeah, let's go. Let's make a burger, chef.
Fantastic.
Beautiful.
Welcome back to Easy Eats. We have Logan Green from the CCW here, and he's going to show me how to make his famous smash burger.
That's right, Chef. You just stand back and you relax, and I'm going to cook you the best burger you've ever had in your life, all right?
All right, show me how.
Fantastic. All right, so first thing, we're going to get this pan nice and warmed up. I think it's getting there here pretty soon. So, all right, we're going to prep some vegetables, okay? First things first, what I'd like to do, shred the lettuce.
So is there any special thing that makes your burger different than anyone else's, other than obviously you're the one making it?
Yeah, I'm the one making this burger. That makes it special right away. But you know what? What makes it special is the love and the care that you put into your meal. And you know what? When it comes to love and care, I'm your man. Perfect. So we got some nice bits of shredded lettuce here. Next, I'm going to tackle the onion. So what I like to do here, nice little onion ring, nice little perfect ring. Boom. Symmetrical, beautiful, right in the center.
Nice and thin?
Nice and thin, exactly. Just like the tomatoes as well, nice and thin. Nobody likes to bite into a burger and get more onion than meat. So let me tell you that right now. There we go. That should be enough onion. Next, we'll tackle the tomato.
There you.
Beautiful ripe tomato. Who chose this? Was this you?
I think it may have been.
Great job, Chef. Beautiful job, Chef. Cut these also very, very nice and thin. Perfect. Just like that. Beautiful. Excellent. Perfect.
Nice.
We got those all set. Look at this beautiful batch of ground beef here. This is perfect. So what I like to do, honestly, salt, pepper, a little Worcestershire. That's it. That's all you need.
Eh? Yeah.
That's all you need for a beautiful burger. You don't want to overcomplicate things. You know, people like to throw shallots, garlic, and all this fancy stuff. No thanks. Salt, pepper. I want to taste that pure beef flavor, right, Chef?
Absolutely.
So we mix this up real nice and good. Generally, I like to try to keep it 4 to 6 ounce balls.
Gotcha.
4 to 6 ounces. Actually, Chef, we can toast these buns up first thing here.
Absolutely.
If you don't mind grabbing those, since
your fingers are full of meat. Absolutely.
Full of meat, exactly. Thank you very much.
Not a problem. So buns, special buns. Is there ones that you need to pick?
Sesame seed, brioche, all day long, all
right
day.
On.
Sesame seeded bun. I don't know. There's something about it. It just tastes way better. So much better. The best.
Well, I mean, and it's nostalgic. Every burger needs sesames on their bun,
absolutely.
right?
When you go to a nice burger joint, it's usually generally brioche, and I don't know, there's something pretty about those nice sesame seeds on top of the bun. I just love it.
And brioche is nice and buttery, doesn't it? So
beautiful,
it kind of melds,
absolutely beautiful. You get that little bit of egg. It's just wonderful, perfect. Another thing I'd like to make here is a nice Spicy Boys mayo. Right after a quick rinse here. All right. So, Chef, would you like to pass me the smoked peach on the very far end there? Oh, actually, that's it right there.
That's it right there. So
wonderful.
Let's talk about Spicy Boys. Spicy Boys is a friend of the show.
My best friend, Dylan Gannett, since grade 5, created this hot sauce, and you know what? He's doing amazing. He's in plenty local shops. Actually, he just got in Simply for Life here in Fredericton. He's doing great, and you know what? Any chance I get to use this sauce, I'll use it anytime. It's beautiful.
And it doesn't hurt that it's fantastic.
It doesn't hurt one bit. But if you're a weakling when it comes to heat, take it lightly. That's all I'm going to say. Because this stuff is hot.
It is. And the smoked peach, great choice.
Beautiful.
It's my favorite, so I think this will be fantastic.
It goes perfect with a nice mayo. It's just delicious. So, first up here, that's what I'm going to use this bowl for. We'll take a little bit of this. Say that's a fair amount. We'll just do a nice little bit, boom, just like that. That's all you need. Just enough to change the color, add a nice bit of flavor. We'll mix that up real good.
All right, these buns are nice and toasted.
Beautiful,
now.
Chef, beautiful.
We're doing a good job, LG.
Thank you, thank you. And you know what? You're a pretty good assistant too, I must say. I must say. All right. Mayo's all finished. We got our vegetables prepped. Is this pan hot enough for some beef?
I think it is,
yeah. Ooh, all right. Let's get her going, Chef. So what do you think? A burger for me and a burger for you?
Let's do it.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Beautiful. So right here, I'd say this is a really nice size. We're going to do singles. Ball these up real nice. And here we go. You ready?
Absolutely. So what makes a smash burger,
A
LG?
smash burger, you got to get your spatula, press all the edges down, and you want that caramelization. You want that nice, crispy, beautiful edge. That's exactly what you want in a smash burger. Now we let these sit, let it do its job. We want that beautiful, nice sear, that beautiful, nice crust, as you know, Chef, and we'll go from there. So right now, we just play the waiting game. We just stand here and look pretty, Chef. That's what we do best.
We're going to let these burgers finish up, and then we'll be right back to finish up the smash burger with the big LG.
That's right. Let's do it.
Welcome back to Easy Eats. Again, we are with the Big Bad LG, and our burgers are looking great. We got the nice crisp on them, nice crisp, the nice Maillard reaction, which makes a smash burger in my opinion. So we're moving forward. What's next to Big LG?
Well, you know what? Let's get these. We're going to look at this beautiful sear, Chef. Isn't that wonderful?
That looks great.
So right now, I'd like to talk about a few of my accolades, if we've got time. How about that?
You've got time, so yeah, go right ahead.
So you know what? I'm a former NBWA Tag Team Champion with my partner, Big Kerry Killam, 7 foot tall real estate mogul. And you know what? I lost my belt when I got injured. But you know what? You best be sure I'm coming back for that thing when I'm healthy and ready to go. So you know what? We have a lot of fun at CCW. We do a lot of great things for the community as well as you do. So once again, I'd like to thank you for having me on here. I really appreciate it.
No, and it's great to have you on. Know a little bit more about the Big LG. We didn't know that you were a chef as well.
Hey,
so.
10 years. 10 years I worked in the kitchen industry. I had a lot of fun. It was a great part of my life. You know what? I find the kitchen industry teaches you a lot of valuable lessons that you can carry on through life, as well as, such as multitasking, how to be able to work in a control chaos environment, we always call it.
You manage your stress.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And you know what? I think that fared pretty well in the ring with me as well. The control chaos atmosphere of the ring and the kitchen are both actually quite similar, believe it or not.
No, I believe you. I believe you. Hot stuff coming at you.
Absolutely. Hot stuff coming at me all day.
Yeah.
You know what, Chef? I think we're ready to cheese these up here a little
Right
bit.
on. So
beautiful.
Let's do it.
You know what? This bad boy. We seem to have one side that was a little hotter. There we go. Perfect.
Nice.
Perfect. We'll cheese these guys up. And what I like to do with my bacon, Chef, as well, is a little cross action, just like this.
Nice.
Look at that. Beautiful, crispy, wonderful bacon, Chef.
Wonderful.
Beautiful. So, next, I guess we can start dressing. What do you think about that? You
Absolutely.
want to start dressing them
steps.
up? Beautiful. We got our pickles here.
Right on. So is there a reason why we're putting those onions on raw? I know that a lot of smash burgers, everyone cooks the onions right
There's
into
a lot
the
of
smash.
people as well who will press their onions, the rings, just like this, into the patty as they're cooking them. You know what? I find it a very effective way, but there's just something about that bite from a raw onion that just, it gets me going, Chef. I love it. I love it.
Right on. You crush a couple of these before you get into the ring, do you?
Oh, absolutely. A couple burgers. Well, sometimes maybe no bun if I'm feeling just like getting a quick hit of protein. But you know what? When it comes to comfort food, when it comes to feeling good, when it comes to being happy, smash burgers are right up there for me, let me tell you.
Well, and on that, let's talk about diet for a wrestler. Do you follow a strict diet? How does that kind of work out for you?
Absolutely. Low carb, high protein, protein shakes, creatine. I take pre-workout, BCAAs. There's a lot of things that go into fueling the body of a professional wrestler. So mostly it's high protein. You got to get your protein in.
So as you're dressing these burgers or finishing them up, let's talk a little bit about what you guys do for the community.
Oh, CCW does plenty of things for the community. We've raised a lot of money for local charities. We do food bank drives. We have local 50/50s where we donate money to all kinds of different things. You know, we try to be great fixtures in the community, and we try to create a positive atmosphere and positive reinforcements for the community. So anytime we run a show and we're bringing in people, you know, all this money, a lot of this money goes back to the city. So like with the exhibition center, we're using local venues and we're trying to pump all this right back into the community. So we try to do our best. You know, we are, like you said, a good mix of good guys and bad guys, but at the end of the day, we're all here for the same reason, and that's to help the community, put on great shows, and make sure everybody leaves with a full belly and a good experience, right?
Well, that's fantastic.
Yes, sir. Let's get these all dressed up here, Chef.
Right on.
First things first, we got our Spicy Boys mayo. We're going to lay that down here. I'll put a little bit on the top and the bottom, just because,
Nice.
you know, who doesn't like a little bit of sweet heat, right?
Absolutely.
We got our mustard here. Those burgers are looking good, Chef.
They are looking fantastic.
We can turn that right off.
I'm going to kill the heat, absolutely.
So another thing I learned working on food trucks and working and doing burgers myself is I don't know why. I can't tell you exactly why, Chef. Maybe you can tell me, but mustard always goes on the bottom bun directly underneath the meat.
Yeah, I like a little bit of mustard too. It's one of those things where a little goes a long way.
Absolutely. I go to some burger places and there's mustard seeping out the sides, out the top. No, thank you. Okay.
No, I'm a big believer of. I want to see the burger in my bun.
Absolutely.
Not the sauce around it.
Absolutely. And you know what? I'm really happy you're using Canadian sourced local French's ketchup. Just like that. Yeah, we'll do a little plug here for everyone.
Yeah.
All right. We'll do our onion rings here on the bottom. Just enough here to hang out the side, nice and perfect. Look at this, Chef. We're going beautiful here.
Look at that.
Tomatoes on top. Just one thin tomato, I find, is perfectly enough for a smash burger. A little bit of shredded lettuce here on top. And then we have our beautiful sandwich pickles. I will lay one across just like this, and then one across here. Oh, Chef, look at the cheese. It's all beautiful. You know, some people might say that this little area here with that crust of cheese is gnarly. But guess what? I find that's the best part right there. That little bit of cheese. Boom.
I find that's what makes a smash burger
That's
a
what
smash
makes
burger.
a smash burger a smash burger. That's right, Chef. And that's why you're a chef, because you know. Look at this. This is beautiful.
Those are fantastic.
That is what I like to call an elbow drop smash burger, Chef. Look at that. It's beautiful.
What
do you think,
fantastic.
Chef?
Wonderful.
Very nice. What do you think? We should try them out or what?
Absolutely.
Whew. All right. You got a plate for yourself, or are you just
I'm just gonna manhandle
You're just gonna
just like
pick this
that.
right up and go for it. All right.
So LG, is there a technique to eating this burger?
There's no technique. Just find a spot, assess the area, look for your favorite position of the burger, and just get in there.
Get in there.
Get
right
in there.
on.
Let's go, Chef. Oh my.
This is unreal, LG. It's fantastic.
That's a great burger, Chef. You know what? I think I might be taking over this show. They might be asking me to cook every time. Beautiful.
Well, hopefully not, but you did do a fantastic job.
I might have just worked you out of a job here, Chef.
You may. You just may. Or maybe we can tag team.
I could use another partner.
Well, there you go.
Chef. Beautiful.
So you're probably fairly busy. Any shows coming up soon?
Oh, absolutely. I'm busy. On March 14th, I've got a show in Riverview for IHW Wrestling where I'll be trying to get revenge on that little Fantana. Revenge for breaking my leg. And March 22nd, I have a show at Real Savage Pro Wrestling in Pont-La-France, New Brunswick, at Club de Sportif. And as well, April, we have 2 shows with Capital City Wrestling. One will be in Minto, and then the following night will be in Fredericton right here. Actually, we will not be at the Exhibition Center. This next show in April will be at the Curling Club.
Oh, fantastic.
So we have to switch venues. About once a year, we do a few months at the Curling Club, and then we go back to the exhibition for the rest of the year. So April will be at the Curling Club. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be back in action. Everybody's been dying for it. They've all been waiting. They say, LG, when are you getting back in the ring? So you heard it here first, folks. Rogers TV, Good Eats with Chef Yves. April, the big bad LG, back in the ring, baby.
Well, that's fantastic. So thank you so much, Big LG, for coming on the show, putting a spotlight on the CCW, on New Brunswick Wrestling.
Absolutely.
It's always fun to have celebrities like yourself. I'm in awe because I'm a big fan of Big LG.
Thank you so much.
And you're a great, and I know you were busy and you did this for us.
Absolutely.
Between your workouts and things like that.
Absolutely.
So
you know what?
great.
When I leave here, we're going to eat this burger. I'm going to go right to the gym again. How about that?
That works. All right. Thanks for being on.
Thank you, Chef. I really appreciate it.
Right
My
on.
pleasure, sir.